in the gentle embrace of the evening, as the stars above whisper the age-old mysteries of the universe. Let us gather our hearts and minds in a circle of faith, hope, and love. Tonight we delve into a tale of trials and triumphs, a story that mirrors the journey of every soul towards the divine light. As we prepare to walk alongside ancient wisdom, may our spirits be open and receptive to the lessons of resilience, compassion, and inner strength that beacon us closer to our Creator. Today's message comes from the book Jesus in the Home by Neio, Lucio, psychographed by the medium Francisco Xavier. Chapter 12, The 4 Tests. After reading a few passages from the story of Job, the discussions at Simon's house switched to the soul's faithfulness to the Almighty Father. In response to the expression of joy radiating on everyone's faces, Jesus told them the following story. In the old city of Nineveh, there was a man who was so deeply devoted to God that all his contemporaries held him in particularly high esteem. The praises for his behavior were so lavish that news about it rose up to the Eternal's throne. Now, because several archangels were asking to bring him back to heaven, the divine wisdom gave order for him to be sought out in the jungle of the flesh in order to determine if he was, in fact, prepared for such a sublime investiture. In order to do so, the teacher angels working for the Most High sent 4 basic detectors of righteous individuals: want, wealth, power, and anger. Each came down in its own time in order to perform the indispensable trials. Want, which is always first to appear in such cases, approached the great believer and made its presence felt in a number of different ways by afflicting him with hardships, obstacles, illnesses, and abandonment by loved ones. However, the devout man, full of confidence, knew that the messenger was a heavenly worker and defeated it, proving himself to be increasingly stronger in the virtues of which he had become a model. Then it was wealth's turn. It approached the man and granted him a lavish table, vast resources, and all types of social considerations. But the foresightful disciple remembered charity, and distancing himself from the temptation of easy pleasures, he distributed his money and possessions through a number of good deeds. Thus, he achieved financial stability and everyone's admiration. Having proven victorious in the second trial, it was power's turn, which invested him with broad, illustrious authority. The devout man, however, remembered that life, with all its honors and gifts, is merely a loan from heavenly providence, and he carefully made use of his power by teaching all those around him through instruction and well-guided work, receiving in exchange the obedience and admiration of the people amongst whom he had been born. Triumphant and happy, the believer was finally visited by anger. In order to probe his spiritual state, the invisible teacher made use of a weak and unlearned servant to touch his self-esteem by talking with obvious disregard about a private matter. Although what he said was in fact true, it constituted real disrespect toward anyone of such social position and inarguable dignity. The devout man could not help himself. An intense wave of blood spread across his flushed face, and he lost control of himself by hurling hurtful words, wounding family members and servants, and undermining everything he had done. It took him a number of days to regain his composure, but by then anger had already laid bare his inner spirit, showing that he still had a lot of work to do. Anger notified the Lord that this particular son, enrolled in the school of illumination, still had a long way to go in the purifying experience in order to earn a position in the glorious vibration of the higher life. A look of curiosity appeared on everyone's faces, and no one dared to broach a new subject. Smiling serenely, Christ concluded, "When people receive all of the information they need to qualify for heaven, the loving Father then looks to see if they have been exposed to the instructive powers. The majority of believers lose their apparently good standing when one begins testing their moral strength. Many become corrupted by the suggestions of wealth, which makes note of their detachment from inferior objectives and their ability to act in sowing the good. Others fall disastrously due to the insinuations of power, which tries them to test their ability to instruct and protect their companions of the human journey. Very rare are those who can triumph over an unexpected visit from anger, which comes into persons' lives to see if they have overcome their vanity. If not, their spirit cannot reflect the splendor and grandeur of the Creator in the realm of eternal life. The Master fell silent, smiled compassionately once again, and since no one had anything more to say, that evening's meeting came to a close. As the tale reaches its end and the quiet night reclaims its space, let us hold close the profound lessons we've shared. May the journey of the devout man inspire us to face our own trials with grace, to embrace each challenge as a stepping stone towards greater understanding and spiritual elevation. May the night bring us peace and renewal as we rest in the Almighty's embrace, looking forward to the light of a new day. With faith, hope, and love in our hearts, we bid each other a peaceful, blessed night. So be it.